Well, welcome everyone, and I hope everyone's power stays on and we don't have very bad weather. I hope it just rains where you are. So let's just take a moment, put one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly. Just notice how you're feeling. Just come to stillness. Just notice how you're feeling. Just start to feel maybe a little calmer. Take some deep breaths. Just keep noticing how you're feeling. Oh, PowerPoint is slow today. Oh, there we are. Now here are our images, just to notice how we are feeling. Just have a little look, decide. Remember, it's never right or wrong. It's just how you are. Just accept it. Don't try and change it. And we have August. Here is August. Lazy summer afternoons, walks along the beach, balmy evening, cloudless skies, stars just out of reach, sailing on a quiet lake, hammocks in the shade. These are the simple treasures of which August days are made. Oh, isn't that lovely? Lazy summer afternoons, walks along the beach, balmy evening, cloudless skies, stars just out of reach, sailing on a quiet lake, hammocks in the shade. These are the simple treasures of which August days are made. I hope that's what you are enjoying. Maybe not today, but on other days. Oh, and we still have this picture because the sun is still just touching our brows, touching our bodies, and also touching the flowers and the plants that we have. And we have a new August challenge. Hoo hoo hoo! Here we are, our August challenge. Well, it's a pretty strenuous one. We can practice a sun salutation, but I gave you different options. You can do sun salutation or a half sun salutation that we do, our downward facing dog, or our extended child pose into a plank pose. So any of those are perfectly fine to do. So just try and do it once every day. And you've got your little person here on the back doing a downward facing dog, so you can circle it or cross it off or do whatever you do for your challenge. It says, just lay out your yoga mat in a special place in your home and enjoy a moment of peace and quiet while moving your body and linking your breath into movement. Oh, you could play inspiring or relaxing music in the background, light a candle, or diffuse essential oils to activate your senses. So, what does the sun salutation, all this movement do for you? Well, I think we will find out. Here we are. It is good for your brain because you have to remember what to do. It's good for your lungs. It's good for your bones. It's good for your heart. It's good for your muscles. And it's good for your stomach, your digestive system. And if all those things are good and feeling fit and healthy, then you are one happy person, I think. So remember, we'll practice these, so don't worry. So, but Claire, don't you to be doing this, right? Because that's bending forward and it's squishing your tummy. So don't do that when we do it. So it says downward dog. So that's one of the things, instead of doing the big sun salutation that I sent you, because that's pretty hard to do. I even find that hard to do. You could do the downward dog. Or you could do this, which is just our sun salutation, which you don't get onto the floor for. And this is what we usually do. But there again, Claire, don't do it because look here. Oh my gosh. You're bending over and squishing your tummy, so don't do that. You could just do the hands and then just bend forward a little and then come up again, all right? So no bending over and squishing your tummy until you feel better. Okay, so what are we doing here? Remember, you can do your downward dog, or you could do this. You can do this, which is very tricky. So we will practice all of those things in a moment. I also sent you the other sheet where we, like I say, you do your extended child's pose and then you rock forward and do a plank. So you could do that. Any of those things are just fine. Anyway, we're going to be busy tonight. When we start moving, we got lots of things to practice. But right now, we will just sit quietly and enjoy a bit of beach time. Here we are. Oh, I have to go to the beach very soon. Just imagine those waves. They just come up and just let things go, and the waves will just take all your stress away. Just let things go as the waves come up, roll away. And just breathe in and out. Maybe you could close your eyes and imagine you're there. You could keep your eyes open and just watch the waves rolling onto the sand, onto the beach. Maybe you could imagine your feet are in the water, just feeling the lovely warmth of the sea, the soft sand on your feet. Just feeling relaxed, letting go of all the stresses. Any anxiety you have, just feeling relaxed. Yeah. And I just left this one here because it still gets hot. We just have to remember this cooling breath. So just have a little practice of that so we don't forget it. So we roll our tongue. Remember, if you can't roll your tongue up, just hiss through your teeth. But if you can roll your tongue like a hot dog bun, just remember when you get hot and muggy and like you do in the summer, that's something that can help to cool you down. So tonight we're going to start working on our challenge. And we have all of that the asanas to practice. So we'll just move right along here and just remember about every day. Just like standing on the beach, just let it go. Just let everything go. Let it go. Just be patient. And accept. Accept things, accept who you are, accept other people, accept the way things are. And of course, I have my empty basket. I need you to fill it with your gratitude. Well, I have my basket full of pebbles, so here we are. Oh, Kathy, you're first. So maybe, Kathy, you could think of something you're grateful for. Put that in there. And Claire. And goes yours. And Megan. And oh, Jennifer, you're next. Take a moment to just think of something you're grateful for. And Sarah, one's for you. So thank you so much. Now my basket is not empty anymore. Always fill it for me. So don't ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Let it go. Just imagine you're standing on that beach and those waves are coming in and you're just letting everything go with the waves. Okay, so time now for our story. I thought we'd go right back because we are working on things that move like our asanas. So I am yoga. By our Susan Verdi and art by Peter H. Reynolds. Here we are. When I feel small in a world so big. When I wonder how I will fit in. When the world is spinning so fast. I tell my wiggly body, be still. I tell my thinking mind, be quiet. I tell my racing breath, be slow. I close my eyes and make room in my mind, in my heart, to create and imagine. I am yoga. I can touch the sky, I am so tall. I can soar among the clouds, I am so free. I can sparkle with the stars, I shimmer and shine. I can dance with the moon, I light up the night. I can sail on the sea, I go with the flow. I can open my heart, I feel love. I can see far and wide, I am focused. I can turn things upside down, I am playful. I can stand up for me, I can stand up for others. I can stand up for peace. I can open like a flower, I am beautiful. I can carry beauty with me, I am full. I can say I've had enough for today, I relax. I can rest, I am calm. Now the world is just the right speed. Now my world is just the right size. Now I see I fit in just fine. I am yoga. I can be anything. There. Lovely book, I think. So, I will move over to get ready to move. I'll go and sit on my cushion. There we are. I will just start off nice and slowly with our usual warm-up movements. Crossing our legs. Sitting on the chair or on the floor. Sitting nice and tall. Maybe put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, just to notice how you're feeling before you start warming up. And you can just start to slowly slide your hands to your knees. And then slide your hands back to your hips. Put your hands to your knees. Back to your hips. So you're curling into a cat. And then opening up, looking up into a cow. Nice and slowly. And then sitting nice and tall. Put one hand out to support you. One hand up. Reach up and then reach over. And bring the hand down. Bring the other hand up. Reach and over. Bring that hand down. Other hand goes up. Reach and then over. Bring that hand down. Bring the other hand up. Reach over. Then back to our cat and cow. I know we do this every week, but this is the best way just to warm up our spines. Get all ready for the big movements we're going to do. And just sit nice and tall, sit nice and still. I'm going to reach up high. And one hand down on your knee, one hand behind you, and do a twist looking over your shoulder with a nice tall spine. Bring those hands up and over. One hand on knee, one hand behind. Nice tall spine looking over your shoulder. And of course, nice breaths. Bring those hands up. Over to the other side. Tall spine, remember. Nice breathing. Then lift those arms up and look over to the other side. Then bring those hands up, reaching up high, and let those hands just drop down nice and slowly as you exhale. So breathe out nice and slowly. Back to your cat and cow. Nice and gentle. Now let's just open up those arms. So you're kind of doing a cow, but with your arms wide open, and then you go to do a cat. Give yourself a hug. Open those arms up nice and wide like you're doing a cow. And then give yourself a hug. The other arm goes on top. And then out. Big stretch. And then give yourself a hug. Open those arms. Big stretch. And then give yourself a hug. And just sitting up nice and tall again. Yeah, sit nice and tall. One hand on top, one hand on belly. Just notice how you're feeling. Nice deep breath. Maybe breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And just be ready to get onto our hands and knees. Move blocks and cushions out of the way. So first of all, we're going to practice our extended child's pose with our little mini plank, okay? So in the sheet I sent you, I suggested that you came into your downward facing dog. So Claire, don't do this because you'll be upside down. That's not good for your tummy. So you can watch or just be ready in tabletop, okay? And everybody else can get into their downward facing dog. So straight arms and straight legs. So you could do that every day. You have to do the sun salutation. You can just do a downward facing dog, which is good. You're stretching your arms and you're stretching your legs. The back is getting a stretch. If you want to do a little bit more, you can bend the knees and stretch the arms out and get into your extended child's pose. Now remember, extended child's pose, knees are together, hips are down, and the arms are straight. Stretched out in front. And then you just rock forward into the little mini plank, half plank. So your shoulders are over your hands. Then you just rock backwards. Then you've got straight arms, hips go down. With this extended child's pose. Knees are together. Keep the knees together. Keep everything where it was. So you just rock forward. You don't have to move anything. All you're doing is rocking forward. This is good for your arms. It gets your arms nice and strong, your shoulders nice and strong. And just push yourself back. So you do a little rock back. The hips go down. The arms are straight. Then just rock forward. Our little mini plank. Hold it there. I know your arms might be a little wobbly or wiggly, but that's okay. They're getting stronger. The muscles are getting stronger. Then just push back into that extended child's pose. Very easy. Just rock forward, shoulders above the hands. Breathing. And just push yourself back into that extended child's pose where you can have a little rest now. Now to get up, to stand up, you can get ready to do a downward facing dog again. So get your hands on blocks or hands onto the mat. And then push yourself up, curl the toes under, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. So we're in a downward facing dog. And just walk forward. And you'll be ready to do a half sun salutation. Remember, Claire, no bending forward, no squishing your tummy. So this is the one we do every week, or nearly every week. And there's no getting on the floor now. So here we start with our hands at heart center. We reach up, swing our hands down, and touch the mat with our fingers, heads down. Then touch your knees with that back. Touch the mat. And sweep the hands up. Bring your hands to heart center. And we do that again. Sweep your hands up. Sweep the hands down. Heads down. Claire, keep your head up. Then touch your knees. Flat back. Touch the mat. Sweep those hands up. Bring your hands to heart center. You could do that every morning. And the other one is more a full sun salutation. So that was half a sun salutation. And now this is a sun salutation, and we have to get on the floor. So are you ready? Starts the same. So hands to heart center. You sweep the hands up. Touch the mat. To fingertips. Then touch your knees. And then touch the mat. And you get down into a tabletop. That's easy. I'll just move my camera so everybody's in tabletop position. As we're going to be on the floor now. So everybody's in our tabletop position, right? And then everybody, we're going to go into that extended child's pose that we just were in. So drop the hips, the hands are forward. Then you're going to rock forward again, but this time you're going to lie all down. And then you go back up. You're going to get ready to get into our downward facing dog, which means you have to get up again, the downward facing dog. You're going to stand up with your hands touching the mat. Then you will bring the hands up, bring your hands to heart center. We'll do that again. So up, bring your hands down, touch the mat, touch your knees, and then touch the mat, getting down into tabletop. The hands are on the floor, knees are on the floor. Then you're going to lean back into our extended child's pose. And then you're going to lean forward. Keep your legs straight, looking up. Then push yourself back. We'll get ready to get into our downward facing dog. So curl your toes under, straighten those legs, straighten those arms, downward facing dog. Come forward, come up, bring your hands up and down into, bring your hands up, heart center. There. That's a lot of exercise, isn't it? It's a little hard to do because you're up and down off the floor. So it's up to you which one you do. Whatever you do will be good. But let's just do a little bit more. 1 foot forward. So I put my right foot forward, my left foot is back. I'm going to get into warrior 2. So bend that front knee, make sure you can see those toes. Lift the arms up. Turn and face your fingertips. It's nice strong legs, nice strong arms. And then have a little rest. Just bring your hand to your hip, make sure that shoulder is back. And then you can bring your hand over, keeping the shoulder where it was. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And sweep back into warrior 2. Back hand goes down, front hand comes up. Hands back into warrior 2. And hands come down. Just gonna lean forward. Now Claire, you keep your hands on your knees and just go like this, okay? Claire has a sore stomach, so if she bends over forward, she's not going to feel that good. But we can still do, look at this, we're still bending this knee and stretching this leg. It's just like we always do. So maybe take a little moment there, stretch that leg. Stretch that leg. Now, if you want to, and you don't have a sore tummy like Claire, you can touch the mat and bend one knee and stretch the other leg. And then everybody just come to the center. You can bend those knees. Tailbone goes down. Bring those shoulders back. And we do our goddess pose. Push the legs straight. Bring the arms down. Face the other way. Front knee go into a square. So bend that knee. Make sure you can see those big toes. Back foot is out. And then you're standing nice and tall. Arms go up. Just turn and face those front fingers. And then rest the front arm on the leg. Put your hand on the hip. Make sure that shoulder's back. Then you can bring your hand over. Really reaching, reaching, reaching. Then sweep back into warrior 2. The back hand goes down. Front hand comes up. Looking up. Reaching up. And back into warrior 2. And the arms can come down. All the toes all face the same way. And let's just do our stretching. But just put our hands on our knees. Bend one knee, stretch one leg. Bend one knee, stretch one leg. From side to side, nice and slowly. And then come to center. Bend both knees. Keeping the tailbone down. Using those core muscles here. Bring the hands up. We're in our goddess pose. Keep breathing. Push the legs up, bring the arms down, bring the legs together, give them a little shake. Put hands on your waist and then just do a little look up to the ceiling. Little back bend after all those forward bends. And just stand nice and tall in our mountain pose. So maybe wiggle those toes. Get your feet nice and grounded. Ankles are below the knees, and the knees are below the hips, and the hips are below the shoulders. Just have your hands forward, shoulders nice and soft. Maybe do that cooling breath. So curl that tongue. And then just wiggle the tongue, wiggle the jaw, maybe do a yawn. Just loosen up all the tension that's there. Maybe notice if there's tension here. Just let it all go. Let it all become soft. And we're going to bring our arms so that they're one over the other. And then twist them around. Oh my gosh. And then bring that foot over. So you're balancing and twisting your arms. So this is our eagle pose. Undo your leg. Undo your arms. Now put the other arm on top. Twist them up again. The other foot goes on top. With our eagle. Bring those elbows up. Then undo your foot. Undo the arms. Back into our nice mountain pose. Then we're going to get back onto the mat by using our downward facing dog. But Claire, you just get back down onto the mat into tabletop. We'll do our downward facing dog. Then bend the knees. And then you can keep the big toes together, open up the knees, let the hips go down, and you can go into your child's pose. Everybody open up the knees and just soften into child's pose. This is our lovely wide-eyed, wide-kneed child's pose. And this one you get a lovely rest. The head can go right down onto the mat. This is the one where you get to rest. This feels too bad, Claire. You just stay in tabletop. If your knees are wide apart, you might not be squishing your tummy, so it might feel fine. Just do a nice cool down, relax. Your child, wide-legged child pose. Give it a nice relaxing one. Some lovely deep breaths here. Whew, just let it all go. Whew, this is lovely. And just push up nice and slowly and gently. Bring the knees together. And you can make your way onto your back. Lie on your back. Keep the knees bent. Feet on the floor. Hands on the floor. So knees together. Feet on the floor, hands on the floor. You're ready to lift up your hips. Push the hips up for our bridge pose. Hold it up, hold it there. And just let the hips go down nice and slowly. And push those hips up again. Pushing into the mat with your feet and your hands. Let the hips go down. One last time. Lift those hips up. Pushing into the ground with your hands and your feet. Let the hips go down. Have a little rest there. And you can bring one knee up, give it a hug. Hook the ankle onto that knee. Just rest here with your palms facing up. Long, slow, deep breaths here. Bring that knee up, give it a hug. Put the foot down, put the knee up, give it a hug. Hook the ankle onto that knee. Just let everything soften and relax. Even this leg that's up in the air, just let that knee relax. That knee up, give it a hug. Bring both knees up, give them a hug. Go side to side. Put both feet down. Straighten both legs. Toes to the sky. Bend one leg, slide the foot up the straight leg. And we'll do our reclined tree pose. Just let the bent leg just fall to the ground. Foot is against the straight leg. Straight leg, toes are pointed to the sky. Just relax, palms face up. Slide that foot down. Two straight legs, toes to the sky. And the other leg, slide the foot up the straight leg. That knee fall to the floor. Straight leg, toes pointed to the sky. Palms facing up, just relax. Nice slow deep breaths. Slide that foot down. Two straight legs, toes to the sky. And then feet onto the floor. You bend your knees, feet on the floor. Bring the knees up, give them a hug. Roll from side to side. And feet to the ground. Keep those feet together. And just let the knees fall apart. So we're in a butterfly pose now. So soles of the feet together. Open up the knees, let the knees fall down. Just do a nice deep breath. Whew. Recline butterfly pose. Bring the knees up. You can help them up together. Here we are. Now these stay together. Keep them together. Let them fall to one side. Arms go out. Look away from the knees. We're in our supine twist. Nice slow deep breaths. Bring the knees up together. Let them drop to the other side. Look away from the knees. Bring the knees up. And bring them up to give them a hug. Holding on to the knees. We're just going to roll from side to side. And then feet down. Keep the knees together. There. Just take a moment now. Just to relax. Have a little rest. A few deep breaths. Now you can get ready for your Shavasana. You might want to just stay there. Just remember, you're like the sun. You shine your light. As you start to relax, just think to yourself, just like the sun, I shine my light. Just like the sun, I shine my light. You can imagine you're lying on the beach, on the soft sand. The sky is blue. There's some white, fluffy clouds floating in the blue sky. You can hear the waves lapping on the shore. It's a nice sea breeze. Feeling relaxed as every time you hear the waves come up on the shore and leave, they're taking away stress and worries that you have, helping you feel relaxed. And just slowly start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Roll your head from side to side. Just slowly roll over to one side and push yourself up to seated, nice and slow. Come up to seated. Just put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just notice how you're feeling now. And just keep slow, deep breaths. Remember 2 little moves. Smile with your eyes and smile with your lips. And have love in your heart. You can say, peace is in me. Peace
Peace
in
in
me.
me.
Peace
Peace in me. Peace is
Satanama.
peace in me. Peace
in me.
is in me.
And then we can share our love and kindness with each other. Oh, I've got your love and kindness back in my heart.
I know.
And I thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I hope
Yep.
you feel better, Claire.
Thank you.
Everybody doesn't
Feel better.
bad.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome.
you, Lola.
I hope
Thank you.
everybody's okay with the weather.
That is a
Eh,
thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm,
Yeah.
hail,
That's what means.
tornado.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right. Stay
Okay,
safe.
bye.
Bye.
Hi. Hi. I love you.